Hello. My name is Hans George Campbell. Welcome to Magazine Mondays, where we allow ourselves to go back in time by thumbing through the pages of old computer magazines. Today, we will be going back to 1985 by taking a look at the premiere issue of Amiga World magazine. Alrighty, so let's go back to 1985. This is the premiere issue of the Amiga World magazine, exploring the Amiga from Commodore. The future is here, Amiga. Astounding breakthroughs in productivity, creativity, multitasking, speed, graphics, sound, and video. A new tool for business. And back in 1985, the Amiga World magazine sold in the United States for $3.95 and in Canada for $4.50. So, let's thumb through this Amiga World magazine. This is Volume 1, Number 1, Premiere, 1985. Now, all of the graphics like this that you see in this magazine were created back in 1985 with the Amiga computer. Okay? Amiga knocked our socks off. I wonder if you can actually buy socks with that logo on it. I'm just wondering about that. I've always liked this picture. This Amiga Arts, or excuse me, Electronics Arts picture. I like the way they did these shapes right here, which represent the company Electronic Arts. This is, I think, their logo right here. I thought that was really cool the way they did that in the picture. And these were the first games that came out, believe it or not, for the Amiga computer. And I do have all of these games mint in their original packaging, and I will show these games at a later time. I'll actually show them. And I will also do playthroughs of each one of these games so that you can see what they look like. You know, they'll actually be played on my Amiga 2000 computer. So yeah, stay tuned for that video. A first look at the Amiga computer. Now, I've always liked this monitor. I've always wanted this monitor. But I've never actually seen one of these in person. And I'm actually looking for one of these monitors. I want to buy it. I want to buy one of these monitors. These Amiga HR monitors. I think HR stands for high resolution. But it's basically a 1080 Amiga monitor with more of a squared off bottom. And I think it fits the Amiga 2000 better. I mean, yeah, I love the Amiga 1080 monitor. I mean, it's my favorite monitor. But I think I would like this one even more. Yeah, but I've always liked that picture. This here is a famous picture, a famous Amiga picture. This picture shows the 3 custom Amiga chips. They're ceramic with gold-plated leads, and even the new 68000 microprocessor is ceramic with the gold-plated leads. Here's the rear of the Amiga computer. And like the Amiga 1200, the Amiga 1000 also had color composite output. Now, these screenshots of Workbench here, these are early versions of Workbench. They're either Workbench 1.0 or 1.1. And I have every version of Workbench. I have all the discs. And I will be showing, I'll make a video, and I'll be showing all of these discs in a future episode of the Hans Campbell Show, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, here's this monitor again. Amiga HR. I just love that monitor. Love that monitor. I'm actually looking for one of those. And I always thought this was pretty cool, where they're comparing the new Amiga computer with the Macintosh, the IBM PC, and the PC-AT, which was a 286 IBM. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in on that so that you can possibly read it better. You can pause the screen and you should be able to read that pretty good, you know. Yeah, just read that. In fact, let me zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, so you can read that, okay? Just pause the screen if you need to so you can read that. Okay, so let me zoom back out. Okay. $7.15. Okay. Alrighty, so let's continue. I've always liked this keyboard and disk drive. These are very rare versions of these, I mean, because they have the black A, and yes, these do exist. I've actually seen these in real life. I'm looking for one of these keyboards in mint condition, and also one of these disk drives in mint condition with this black A. These are very hard to find now. Not many of these were made. And I've always loved the Amiga 1000, the way the keyboard slid underneath the computer. That was referred to as the keyboard garage, and I thought that was so cool. That's one of the coolest features at the time about this new Amiga computer. And then this mouse right here, this tank mouse, is basically the same mouse that was also sold with the Amiga 2000 and the 500. The main differences was the internal board. They changed the board. They made the buttons a little bit better, you know, circuitry for the buttons. They used better micro switches, you know, for the mice that came out with the Amiga 2000 and the 500. The Amiga 1000 tank mouse has a right angle plug that plugs into the side of this Amiga 1000 computer. I've always liked this picture. I wish I could find this poster without this Turbo Pascal part, just this poster here with this Amiga 1000. You know, I think that would be a really cool poster. I wonder if that was ever a poster, because that would have been a cool poster. I just love that picture. Just love that picture. Love that picture. The Amiga 1000 actually is a beautiful computer when it's all set up like that. It really is. It's a beautiful computer. Now, TextCraft, that was the first word processor for the Amiga computer. And I have this program in mint condition in its original hard sleeve packaging. I have this word processor. There's 4 mini posters like this in these early Amiga World issues. There's 4 sort of like mini posters. I always thought about cutting these out and having them custom framed for me at a frame shop and hanging these up in my computer room near my Amiga 2000. But this mini poster is about creativity on the Amiga. See, this is the second mini poster, productivity on the Amiga. This right here is a famous Amiga picture. I think it's called the Geisha Girl. Famous Amiga picture. And this here is a famous ham picture. It's an early picture demonstrating the Amiga's 4096 color ham mode. Very famous picture. I mean, just look at all this artwork. This was all done on the Amiga 1000 back in 1985. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It's just so cool. And I don't know if you can see them or not. These are some of the people that were producing software for the Amiga computer. And Dan Silva of Electronic Arts, of Deluxe Paint fame. You can see him here way back in the background. I take it he was a very shy person. But he's way back here in the background, Dan Silva, who created, you know, the Deluxe Paint 2 and Deluxe Paint 3 paint programs for the Amiga computer. Yeah. Yeah. Stimulating simulations. Electronic Arts gets involved with the Amiga. Here's the third mini poster. Multitasking on the Amiga. The Amiga computer was the first multitasking, multimedia computer. And so multitasking like this, that was a big selling point for the Amiga computer, because at this time, no other computer could multitask. The Amiga was the first computer that could multitask, and it was the first multimedia computer. So, yeah, you have to remember, this is way back in 1985. Way back in 1985. And there is Trip Hawkins, the president of Electronic Arts. Okay. And just look at this. I mean, oh my God. Can you imagine drawing something like that on your Amiga computer? I mean, this was all done pixel by pixel. That was all done. I don't know if there's glare on the picture or not, but that was all done pixel by pixel. Man, that has always amazed me, how people can draw something like that. I mean, I tried drawing like this on my Amiga computers, and I could never do something like this. This is way beyond my capability, you know. So stuff like that, pictures like that have always amazed me. I mean, look at that. Somebody had to draw all these. I mean, oh my God, man, they're absolutely gorgeous. That's the famous Amiga picture, and so is this one. In fact, this is a background to an animation, a famous Amiga animation demo. So, yeah. But just look at that. Ain't that cool? Those Amiga graphics from 1985. All of this was done on the original Amiga 1000. That's a famous picture. All right there. But just look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And then look at this. I mean, somebody had to draw that pixel by pixel, the detailing in the corner of that frame. I mean, oh my God. Look at that. Yeah, that's just so amazing to me. And it's one of the reasons why the Amiga was so popular back in the 80s, you know, early 80s to mid 90s. I mean, it's such a popular computer. I mean, look at that. Now, the 68,000 microprocessor at this time was considered a processor of the future. And the Apple Macintosh computer had this processor in it. Also the Atari 520 ST, and of course the Amiga 1000. All three of these mainstream computers had this Motorola 68,000 microprocessor chip of the future. You know, that's what it was known as back then in 1985. Processor of the future. See? Farewell to the 6502. Yeah. Coming soon, the print shop. The perfect way to express yourself with your new Amiga. From Broderbond Software. Even Broderbond's getting into the Amiga computer. I think this was an early Aegis program. This right here, Amiga Draw. This is a list of all of the software that was available at the launch of the Amiga 1000. There wasn't that much software available in 1985. But the computer still survived, and it was very successful. And of course now we have thousands of programs and games available for the Amiga computer. But yeah, there wasn't much software available back in 1985. This is a full list of the software that was available back in 1985. Okay, and this is the last poster, the fourth poster in this Amiga World magazine. Okay, well that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is episode 1 of a new series that I'm starting on my channel. It's called Magazine Mondays, where I show you a vintage computer magazine, usually every Monday night. I might miss a Monday here and there, but usually on Monday nights I'm going to try to have a new magazine, you know, every Monday night. But yeah. Yeah, and I think by going through these old magazines, it allows you to like go back in time. Yeah, because as you're looking through these magazines, yeah, it's easy to get lost in that time period, you know. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting video series. I think a lot of you are going to enjoy it. There's not many people doing this on YouTube, especially the Amiga World magazines. But I'm not only going to show Amiga World, I'm going to be showing a lot of the different Amiga magazines. I'm also going to be showing a lot of the different Commodore magazines. And I'm going to be showing a lot of the different Atari ST magazines. So stay tuned for Magazine Mondays. I think you're really going to enjoy them. Okay? If you have not subscribed to this channel, I think you should. I mean, if you like vintage computer videos, you know, videos about vintage computers, the hardware and the software and the original boxes, with showing the manuals and the discs and the code wheels and stuff like that. If you like repairs and recaps and upgrades, if you like reviews on modern hardware as well as vintage hardware and software for that matter, if you like video game playthroughs of Amiga games and Commodore 64 games and Atari ST games and classic PC games and whatever, you know, if you like content like this, if you like this type of content, I think you're really going to enjoy my YouTube channel. So maybe you should subscribe. And by subscribing, it gives me the incentive to create, you know, to continue creating quality content for your viewing pleasure. Anyway, that's it for this video. My name is Hans George Campbell. And until next time,